There is no man more unhappy than he who has never faced adversity, for he is not permitted to prove himself. These words from Seneca, the great Stoic philosopher, resonate deeply with the theme of today's journey. To prove oneself, to truly live, and to rise above the noise of the world, one must master the art of focusing inward. Welcome, wisdom seekers. Imagine, for a moment, a life where every action, every thought is aligned with your deepest values, a life where you are no longer a prisoner of distractions or the opinions of others. Picture yourself standing tall, unshaken by the chaos around you. This isn't a fantasy, it's a choice, a habit, nurtured over time by those who dare to embrace the wisdom of the ages. Today, we embark on a transformative exploration of 10 powerful habits that will help you focus on yourself and reclaim the time you've unknowingly surrendered to others. These aren't ordinary habits. They are tools sharpened by the hands of philosophers, warriors, and seekers who understood the true nature of life. The Stoics believed that the quality of your life is determined not by what happens to you, but by how you respond to it. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic sage, wrote in his Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." This strength, this clarity, is what we'll cultivate together. Each habit we discuss will guide you deeper into yourself, teaching you to discern what truly matters, to shed what is unnecessary, and to live with purpose. This is not just about self-improvement, it is about liberation, from the chains of comparison, from the futility of chasing approval, and from the endless distractions that steal your most precious resource, time. If you've ever felt lost, trapped in the expectations of others, or overwhelmed by the demands of the modern world, this video is for you. Together, we'll unlock the wisdom you need to focus on what truly matters, you. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't yet. Every like, subscribe helps us continue our mission of sharing knowledge. Ready to unlock more wisdom? Now let's begin this journey, habit by habit, toward a life of meaning, mastery, and unshakable inner peace. Habit 1. Master the art of solitude. In a world that constantly demands your attention, the first and most essential habit for focusing on yourself is mastering the art of solitude. This is not just the act of being alone, but learning to find comfort and even power in your own company. The philosopher Blaise Pascal once said, "All of humanity's problems stem from man's inability to sit quietly in a room alone." Have you ever noticed how difficult it is to be truly alone without reaching for your phone, a book, or some form of distraction? This inability reveals a deeper truth. Most people are strangers to themselves. They seek to avoid the silence because silence forces them to confront who they truly are. To master solitude, you must first understand its value. Solitude is not loneliness. It is the deliberate withdrawal from the noise of the world so that you may hear the whispers of your soul. It's a time to reflect, to ask yourself important questions. Who am I? What do I want? Am I living a life aligned with my values? Without this time to reflect, you're like a ship adrift at sea, with no destination or compass. The Stoics believed that solitude was essential for personal growth. Seneca, for example, advised, "Withdraw into yourself as far as you can." He wasn't advocating for isolation, but for self-reliance. By learning to enjoy your own company, you discover that you don't need external validation to feel whole. You become your own sanctuary, your own source of strength. How do you practice solitude? Begin with small steps. Dedicate just 10 minutes a day to being alone without distractions. Sit in silence, meditate, or journal your thoughts. Over time, extend these periods. Go for a walk in nature, leave your phone at home, and allow your mind to wander. Notice the discomfort that may arise. This is a sign of growth. You're peeling back the layers of distraction to reveal the truth of who you are. The benefits of mastering solitude are profound. You'll gain clarity about your goals, a deeper understanding of your emotions, and a stronger sense of self. Most importantly, you'll realize that your worth is not determined by the presence or absence of others in your life. By embracing solitude, you reclaim your power, your time, and your focus. Habit 2. Say no with confidence. The second habit is learning to say no, not just to others, but also to yourself. Every time you say yes to something that doesn't serve your goals, you are saying no to your own growth. This habit is about setting boundaries, not out of selfishness, but out of respect for your time and energy. Think of your life as a garden. If you allow everyone to trample through it, planting weeds wherever they please, how can you expect anything beautiful to grow? The same applies to your mind and your time. You must protect them as fiercely as a gardener tends to their most precious flowers. The philosopher Epictetus once said, "You are the master of your own mind. If you do not guard it, who will?" Saying no is not an act of rejection, but an act of prioritization. It is choosing what aligns with your values and what doesn't. It's the difference between being busy and being productive, between pleasing others and respecting yourself. Yet saying no can feel uncomfortable. Many of us have been conditioned to equate saying yes with being kind, helpful, or likable. But as Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, if it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. Saying no is an act of integrity. It ensures that your actions align with your principles. To cultivate this habit, start by identifying your priorities. Write them down. When someone asks for your time, energy, or attention, ask yourself, does this align with my priorities? Does this serve my growth? If the answer is no, be polite but firm in your refusal. You owe no one an explanation beyond the truth that your time is valuable and you're choosing to honor it. Practicing this habit will free you from the burden of overcommitment and the resentment that often accompanies it. You will find more time for what truly matters and feel a renewed sense of control over your life. By saying no to distractions, you are saying yes to yourself. Habit 3. Detach from the opinions of others. The third habit is perhaps the most liberating of all, detaching from the opinions of others. As human beings, we are naturally social creatures, wired to seek connection and approval. But this instinct can become a trap, chaining us to the expectations and judgments of others. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, wrote, "It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinions than our own." Why do we allow the fleeting opinions of others to dictate the course of our lives? Why do we give away our power so easily? Detaching from others' opinions does not mean disregarding constructive feedback or becoming indifferent to those you care about. Instead, it's about recognizing that you cannot control what others think of you, and that their thoughts are often reflections of their own fears, biases, and insecurities, not of your true worth. Consider this: if you spend your life chasing approval, you will always be at the mercy of others. Someone will always disapprove of you, no matter how virtuous or successful you are. The Stoics taught that the only opinion that truly matters is your own, provided it is guided by reason and virtue. Epictetus advised, "Seek not the good in external things, seek it in yourself." To practice this habit, start by observing your reactions. Notice when you feel hurt, offended, or validated by someone's opinion. Ask yourself, why does this matter to me? Often you'll find that your attachment to their opinion stems from a fear of rejection or a desire for acceptance. Remind yourself that your worth is intrinsic, not dependent on external validation. One powerful exercise is to imagine your life as a theater. You are the actor, and others are the audience. Their applause or criticism may be loud, but it does not change the quality of your performance. Focus on playing your role to the best of your ability, and let the audience think what they will. The freedom you gain from this habit is immense. You'll find that you can take risks, make decisions, and live authentically without the constant fear of judgment. You'll stop wasting time trying to please everyone, and instead direct your energy toward becoming the best version of yourself. By detaching from the opinions of others, you reclaim your sovereignty. You become the master of your destiny, unshaken by the noise of the crowd. And in this clarity, you will find a peace that no amount of approval can ever give you. Habit 4. Cultivate presence in every moment. The fourth habit is cultivating presence, living fully in the moment and embracing the now. This may sound simple, but it's one of the most challenging and rewarding habits you can adopt. Most people live either in the past, revisiting regrets and reliving memories, or in the future, worrying about what might happen or dreaming of what could be. Rarely do they live in the only time that truly exists, the present. The Stoics, masters of rational thought, understood the profound power of presence. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Confine yourself to the present." He knew that the past is beyond our control and that the future remains uncertain. The present moment, however, is where our actions, choices, and focus can shape our lives. Living in the present is not about ignoring the past or neglecting to plan for the future. Instead, it's about fully engaging with the task at hand, the conversation you're having, or the experience you're living. When you're present, you reclaim the energy often lost to rumination and anxiety. You connect with your surroundings and, most importantly, with yourself. How do you cultivate presence? Start by observing your thoughts. Whenever you catch your mind wandering to the past or the future, gently bring it back to the present. This is not a one-time effort, but a continuous practice. Breathing deeply and intentionally can help anchor you. Notice the sensations of your breath entering and leaving your body. This simple act pulls you into the now. Another powerful practice is mindfulness. When you eat, focus on the taste, texture, and smell of your food. When you walk, pay attention to the rhythm of your steps and the feel of the ground beneath you. These small acts of awareness accumulate, training your mind to stay present, even in more challenging moments. The benefits of presence are profound. You'll find yourself less stressed, more focused, and better able to handle life's challenges. Your relationships will deepen as people sense your genuine attention. Most importantly, you'll experience life as it is meant to be lived, in the here and now. By cultivating presence, you free yourself from the chains of regret and worry, allowing your energy to flow fully into the moment before you. Habit 5. Invest in continuous learning. The fifth habit is dedicating yourself to continuous learning. To focus on yourself means committing to your growth, not just physically or emotionally, but intellectually. The world is constantly evolving, and the person who stops learning stagnates, while those who remain curious continue to grow. The Stoics were relentless learners. They believed in the power of wisdom as a tool for navigating life. Seneca advised, as long as you live, keep learning how to live. Learning was not a finite goal for the Stoics. It was a lifelong process of refinement and discovery. Investing in learning doesn't mean you must return to formal education. Instead, it means cultivating a mindset of curiosity. Read books that challenge your perspective, listen to podcasts that expand your understanding, and engage in discussions that stimulate your mind. The more you learn, the better equipped you are to face life's uncertainties with resilience and confidence. To make continuous learning a habit, start small but stay consistent. Dedicate just 20 minutes a day to reading or learning something new. This might involve studying philosophy, exploring a skill you've always wanted to develop, or simply keeping up with current events. Over time, these small investments compound, creating a wealth of knowledge that serves you in every aspect of life. But don't stop at accumulating knowledge, apply it. As Epictetus said, knowledge that is not put into practice is wasted. If you read about the benefits of mindfulness, practice it. If you learn about strategies for time management, implement them. Learning becomes truly valuable when it transforms the way you think, act, and live. Through continuous learning, you nurture a mind that is curious, adaptable, and strong. You become a person who can find solutions to problems, adapt to change, and lead others by example. More importantly, you become someone who is constantly evolving, moving closer to your potential with every passing day. Habit 6. Embrace discipline as freedom. The sixth habit is embracing discipline, not as a form of punishment, but as a path to true freedom. At first, this might seem counterintuitive. How can structure and self-restraint lead to liberation? Yet the Stoics understood that discipline is not the enemy of freedom, but its foundation. Epictetus captured this truth when he said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." To be truly free, you must first control your impulses, desires, and habits. Without discipline, you are a slave to fleeting pleasures and distractions, drifting through life without direction. With discipline, you take charge of your time, energy, and focus, aligning them with your values and goals. Think of discipline as a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. Start with small commitments. Wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. Dedicate 30 minutes to exercise, even when you don't feel like it. Set a daily goal, no matter how small, and achieve it. These small acts of discipline build momentum, making it easier to tackle larger challenges. But discipline isn't just about willpower. It's also about creating systems that support your goals. If you want to eat healthier, stock your kitchen with nourishing foods and remove temptations. If you want to read more, keep a book with you at all times and limit your time on social media. Discipline thrives when you set up your environment for success. The beauty of discipline is that it transforms over time. What begins as effort eventually becomes habit, and what once felt restrictive becomes liberating. For example, when you discipline yourself to wake up early, you gain the freedom to start your day with clarity and purpose. When you discipline yourself to save money, you gain the freedom to invest in what truly matters to you. The Stoics valued discipline because they understood its connection to virtue. By mastering your impulses, you become a person of integrity and strength. You're no longer at the mercy of external circumstances or fleeting emotions. Instead, you become the architect of your life, building a foundation of focus, resilience, and freedom. Through discipline, you unlock the ability to live a life aligned with your values and ambitions. It is the bridge between who you are and who you want to become. Embrace it, and you'll find that the freedom you seek lies not in indulgence, but in mastery. Habit 7. Prioritize self-reflection. The 7th habit is prioritizing self-reflection. In our fast-paced, achievement-driven world, we rarely pause to examine the direction of our lives. Yet, as Socrates declared, the unexamined life is not worth living. Reflection is the compass that guides you toward growth, self-awareness, and fulfillment. Without it, you risk wandering aimlessly, reacting to life rather than living it deliberately. Self-reflection is the practice of turning your gaze inward, questioning your actions, beliefs, and choices. It's not about self-criticism, but about seeking understanding. What motivates you? What holds you back? What patterns do you repeat and why? These questions, though uncomfortable, are essential for personal transformation. The Stoics were masters of reflection. Marcus Aurelius, for example, used journaling as a tool to examine his thoughts and behaviors. In meditations, he often questioned his own motives, reminded himself of his principles, and reflected on his shortcomings, not to punish himself, but to improve. As he wrote, "Look within. Within is the fountain of good, and it will ever bubble up, if thou wilt ever dig." To cultivate self-reflection, begin by setting aside time each day to review your actions and thoughts. This could be in the form of journaling, meditating, or simply sitting quietly and asking yourself, what did I do well today? What could I have done better? Am I moving closer to the person I want to be? Avoid the trap of dwelling on mistakes or failures. Instead, view them as opportunities to learn. The goal of reflection is not to dwell on the past, but to extract wisdom from it. Remember, growth comes from understanding, not from self-judgment. The benefits of self-reflection are profound. It helps you identify patterns that no longer serve you, clarify your values, and align your actions with your goals. Over time, you'll find that you approach life with greater clarity, intention, and confidence. By prioritizing reflection, you become both the author and the editor of your story, constantly refining it into something meaningful and inspiring. Habit 8. Protect your energy. The 8th habit is learning to protect your energy. Energy is your most precious resource. It fuels your actions, emotions, and focus. Yet many people squander it on things that drain them: toxic relationships, unnecessary drama, and endless distractions. To focus on yourself, you must guard your energy as fiercely as you would your time. The philosopher Seneca warned, "The mind that is anxious about future events is miserable." But it's not just anxiety that drains us. It's the constant bombardment of stimuli and obligations that we willingly accept. Each time you give your energy to something unworthy, you deplete yourself, leaving less for what truly matters. Protecting your energy begins with awareness. Take note of what energizes you and what drains you. Are there people in your life who leave you feeling exhausted or unmotivated? Are there habits, like excessive screen time or procrastination, that sap your strength? Once you identify these energy leaks, you can take steps to address them. Setting boundaries is a key part of this habit. Learn to say no to commitments that don't align with your priorities. Limit your exposure to negativity, whether it comes from people, media, or environments. Surround yourself with those who uplift and inspire you, and create routines that nourish your body and mind. Another aspect of protecting your energy is cultivating practices that replenish it. Exercise, healthy eating, and quality sleep are non-negotiables. Equally important are activities that bring you joy and peace, such as spending time in nature, engaging in creative pursuits, or practicing mindfulness. These habits recharge your energy and help you show up as your best self. By protecting your energy, you reclaim the power to focus on what truly matters. You'll feel more vibrant, resilient, and in control of your life. Most importantly, you'll find that you have the capacity to pursue your goals with purpose and passion, unburdened by unnecessary drains on your strength. Habit 9. Detach from the illusion of control. The 9th habit is detaching from the illusion of control. This is perhaps one of the most freeing and profound practices you can adopt. At its core, it is about recognizing the limits of your influence and learning to let go of what you cannot change. The Stoics often reflected on the concept of control. Epictetus taught, "Some things are up to us and some things are not." This simple yet powerful insight forms the foundation of their philosophy. You cannot control the actions of others, the outcomes of your efforts, or the twists of fate. What you can control is your mindset, your actions, and your responses. Many people waste their lives trying to control the uncontrollable. They obsess over how others perceive them, try to manipulate situations to fit their desires, or resist the reality of what is. This leads to frustration, anxiety, and a constant sense of dissatisfaction. By detaching from the illusion of control, you free yourself from this futile struggle and find peace in acceptance. How do you practice this habit? Begin by distinguishing between what you can control and what you cannot. When faced with a challenge or setback, ask yourself, is this within my power to change, or must I accept it as it is? Focus your energy on what you can influence and let go of the rest. Acceptance does not mean passivity. It means responding to life with wisdom and resilience. If you cannot change a situation, you can still choose how to perceive and navigate it. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." This mindset empowers you to face difficulties with grace and clarity. Detaching from control also involves trusting the process of life. There is a flow to existence that is beyond our understanding, and trying to fight against it only creates resistance. Instead, learn to adapt, to move with life's currents, rather than against them. This doesn't mean giving up on your goals. It means pursuing them without becoming attached to specific outcomes. The freedom you gain from this habit is transformative. You'll find yourself less burdened by worry and more present in your life. You'll have the clarity to focus on what truly matters and the resilience to weather life's storms. By letting go of the illusion of control, you open yourself to the vast possibilities of what life can offer. Habit 10. Align your actions with your core values. The 10th and final habit is aligning your actions with your core values. This practice ties together all the other habits, forming the foundation of a life lived with purpose, clarity, and fulfillment. Without a strong alignment between what you believe and what you do, even the most focused individual risks drifting into dissatisfaction and disconnection. The Stoics often emphasize the importance of living in harmony with one's principles. Marcus Aurelius advised, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." This straightforward yet profound philosophy is a guiding light for those seeking a life of meaning and integrity. To begin, reflect on your deepest values. These are not aspirations imposed by society or external pressures. They are the ideals that resonate within you, the ones that give your life meaning. Are you someone who values courage, compassion, discipline, wisdom? These values are your compass, directing you toward actions that align with who you are and who you wish to become. Once you've identified your core values, the challenge lies in living them. This requires introspection and honesty. Are your current habits, relationships, and commitments honoring these values? If not, why? Often, misalignment stems from fear. Fear of change, fear of rejection, or fear of stepping into the unknown. Yet, courageously aligning your life with your values is what allows you to live authentically. Alignment also demands prioritization. You cannot do everything or be everything to everyone. To focus on yourself, you must discern which activities, relationships, and pursuits truly reflect your values. This might mean saying no to opportunities that conflict with your principles, or stepping away from people who drain your energy. As Epictetus noted, you become what you give your attention to. Give your attention to what supports and strengthens your values, and let the rest fall away. The rewards of this alignment are immense. When your actions reflect your values, you experience a deep sense of peace and fulfillment. You stop chasing superficial goals or seeking approval from others because your life is anchored in what truly matters. This alignment gives you the strength to navigate challenges, the clarity to make decisions, and the confidence to stand firm in your truth. By living in accordance with your values, you transcend the distractions and noise of the outside world. You become a person of integrity, resilience, and purpose, a person who is fully alive. Final thoughts, wisdom seekers. We have journeyed together through 10 transformative habits, each designed to help you focus on yourself and stop wasting precious time on distractions, trivialities, or the expectations of others. Let's take a moment to reflect on what we've learned. You began by embracing silence and solitude, creating space for your mind to breathe and your spirit to reconnect. You discovered the power of saying no and setting boundaries, reclaiming your time and energy. You learned to practice gratitude and cultivate presence, grounding yourself in the moment and appreciating the gifts of life. You committed to continuous learning, nourishing your mind and expanding your horizons. You embraced discipline as freedom, mastering your impulses to live with intention. You prioritized self-reflection, examining your life with courage and clarity. You protected your energy, learning to invest it wisely in what truly matters. You detached from the illusion of control, finding peace and acceptance and focusing on what is within your power. Finally, you aligned your actions with your core values, living a life of integrity, purpose, and authenticity. These habits are not quick fixes or fleeting resolutions. They are enduring practices that require commitment, patience, and courage. But the rewards they offer are profound. A life of clarity, peace, and fulfillment. The Stoics understood that the most important journey is the one inward. Marcus Aurelius reminded us, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." By focusing on yourself, you reclaim this power. You stop being a passenger in your life and become its captain, steering your course with wisdom and purpose. As you move forward, remember that this journey is yours alone. Others may offer guidance or support, but the responsibility for your growth and happiness rests with you. Do not compare your path to anyone else's. Instead, honor your unique values, aspirations, and potential. Wisdom seekers, the time to act is now. Start with one habit, one small step, and build from there. The transformation will not happen overnight, but with persistence and faith in yourself, it will come. The greatest gift you can give yourself and the world is the best version of you. Let these 10 habits guide you toward that version, and let your life be a testament to the power of focus, intention, and growth. Thank you for walking this journey with me. Stay strong, stay grounded, and as always, seek wisdom.